Hi guys, welcome to a new tutorial about S2ENGINE HD. Today we show how to create a new project. First we show how to create a new project loading basic asset packages when creating the project. And then we show how to create an empty project and then load basic asset packages when the project is just created. Okay, for creating a project we click on File, New Project on the main menu. This is the Create a New Project dialog. On the top we see three slots. Every slot is a reference to one of the three last saved projects. If you don't want to create a new project, you can load one of the latest three created projects. The button Browse All lets you to browse all other projects. The browsing starts from the projects folder inside the S2ENGINE HD main folder. These are all the default, all the projects provided with the S2ENGINE basic and all the DLC. Medieval Town, Easy Game Pack, and Building Generator. You can browse outside this folder if you have a project outside the projects folder. Okay, in this case we don't want to load an existing project, but we want to create a new project. The folder in which to create the project is here. This is the same projects folder from which the browsing starts. But in this case this is the folder in which the system will create the folder of the new project. Okay, you can navigate, you can browse outside, you can browse you can choose the folder you want. On the project path combo box you can choose the drive letter in which you want to choose the project folder. Okay, in our case we create the project inside the project's default folder. In the project name input box we can write the project name. In our case we call it the project my project. Okay, so when the project is created, S2ENGINE create the project folder naming it my project. In this folder, the engine will place all the project files. When you create a new project, you must include the basespec DLL plugin. This is you have to choose always basespec DLL. And you can also choose other DLL, for example the game pack DLL that is provided with the Easy Game Pack DLC. On the right there is the list of the asset packages to load into the project when the project is created. If you want to create an empty project, you can left this list empty. You can skip the asset package choosing. In our case, we want to choose an asset package for starting to work to the project. So we choose characters and Slamtown. Okay, now we have chosen the folder in which to create the project. We have chosen the drive letter in which to create the project. We have chosen the project name. We have chosen the asset packages in which the asset packages to place into the project at the start, so we can click on create button. Okay, in this case the engine now the engine is creating the project. It has created the project folder, and now it is placing all the required files, all the files included into the asset packages we have chosen during creation setup. During the setup of the project creation. Okay. Now we have our project with all the assets we have chosen during setup. This is the project browser. Here we can navigate through all the project files. Here there is a filter that lets us to choose what type of asset we want to show. We can choose one or more than one file type. For example, we can choose to show only prefabs. So in this case, only prefabs are showed. The prefabs previews are different than all the other asset previews. because they have a green triangle on the top left corner. So all the files that have a green triangle on the left top left corner are prefabs. Okay. Now that we have created the project, we want to create a new scene for working with. Okay. So to create a new scene, we click on new icon on the main toolbar. This is the create new scene dialog. On the top we have three icons that represent the latest three scenes saved. In this case we have no scene because this is the first scene we create for this project. In the scene file name input box we can choose the name of our scene. In this case we call it scene my scene. The second input box is the extension of the scene. The scene can have the extensions the scene can have that is expressed by centimeters. This is the length of one side of the scene. In this case, by default, the one side of the scene is 500 meters long. Okay, we can choose the dimensions we want, and the last check is for choosing if we want to create the default cube platform when we create the scene. The platform is useful for placing objects and making tests. Okay, in this case we want to insert the default cube. Okay, clicking on create button, the scene is created. The name of the scene is here, my scene. The scene has been created with the default cube platform. Okay, the engine has created a file of the scene. In fact, if we filter the browser for showing only scenes, we see that in the root of the project the engine has created myscene.bin file. This file has no preview for now because we have to save again the scene. In fact, if we close now the editor, the next time we run the editor and load the scene, we will see the scene empty without the cube default platform. If we want to find the scene as we have now, the next time we load the project, we have to save it. We have to save the scene. Now by clicking on Save button on the main toolbar. Saving the scene and pressing F4 for updating F4 on the keyboard for updating the browser, the project browser. The engine has updated also the file icon. So the next time we load the scene, we will find the scene as it is now. Okay. Now we can insert everything we want, every object we want. The default platform is created with the colliders, so we can place we can just place all object we want, also physics object, because the default platform has a collider by default. Okay. So we can insert object we want. Okay. So we have inserted we have placed the player character, so we can also try a game simulation by pressing F5 button or by pressing the start button on the main toolbar. Okay. Now we will see what happens when we create an empty project. Now we want to create a new project without choosing any asset package to load at start. So we call this project empty project. We do not choose any asset package. Click on create button. This is an empty project. There is no asset loaded except for the main script. That is a script that is used when the runtime of our game is created, but for now it is not important for us now. Okay. So how to fill this project with asset? To insert assets into this project, we can click on import asset package into edit project main menu. Okay, import asset package. A dialog is opened with asset folder highlighted. Inside the asset folder there are all the basic asset packages. These are just the same asset packages we have seen into the project, the create new project dialog. Okay, these are the same. So for example, now we want to insert for example, Slamtown asset package. We can click on Slamtown folder, okay, without going inside the Slamtown folder. We have no going, we don't have to go inside the Slamtown folder, okay. Here we can click simply here. In this case, the engine will copy all the files inside the Slamtown folder into the project as they are. In other words, the project will keep the folder structure inside the project, okay. All the folder structure inside the project, okay. Now click on Slamtown, click on OK, and all the assets included into the Slamtown folder are copied, are placed into the project. We can repeat this procedure for inserting other assets into the project, for example, character. We click on character folder, and all these subfolders will be copied into the project with all their files, okay. If I click on OK, all the files included in these folders are copied into the project. Okay, so we have characters, weapons, particle systems, and other folder into the project as they were here, as they were into the character folder we have chosen. Okay, we have decals, characters, default, detail, GUI, props, etc. Okay guys, for now this is all. Thank you for watching. Bye.